It is draft day here on the Off Trail Podcast with Luke and Chandler. I'm Luke.
I'm Chandler.
And this is Off Trail. We are going to have a fun episode today. We are in the middle of our Park Madness event. And so this week, along with the next, 7 weeks or 6 weeks, we will be doing episodes centered around the national parks. And we'll talk about our Park Madness event a little bit as well. But the fantasy draft of our national parks is going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be a little competitive.
Just a little bit.
See who gets the best Utah parks. But before we get into that, we'll make sure we take care of the show. If you are watching this on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to our channel. It's the best thing you can do. Help us out and grow. We really appreciate that support. And if you have some comments you'd like to leave, please do, because we're talking about national parks. If you have a favorite one, if you live close to one, have some fun facts, we'd love to hear. Whatever you kind of input you want to give, please leave it for us.
Yep, please do.
And if you are listening to this on any of the major podcasting platforms, we do have audio-only versions as well. So if you're driving home from work one day and you can't play the video, or if you just don't want to see our faces, you have that option as well. And again, we're on all major podcasting platforms. Wherever you choose to listen, we would greatly appreciate a 5-star review, because we earn it. We do a great job of this show.
I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah, kind of, most days.
Yeah, most days, yeah.
Some days, not all. But today's one of those days.
This will be a 5-star day, yes.
This will be a 5-star day, and we deserve that review. So we're going to get into a little bit of our Park Madness stuff here to start. We did an episode last week to introduce Park Madness for 2024. It's the second year we are doing this event. For those who don't know, we have decided that it'd be a fun idea to make a March Madness style tournament out of the national parks. And last year, it was a blast. Glacier National Park ended up winning. I don't think we said that last year or last episode.
Yeah, I don't know
which park won, but Glacier National Park won. And we're going to hold the same event this year. There's a few changes to it, but we'd love for you guys to play. And if you'd like to play, we have a whole page on our website dedicated to the games. You can find all the details and info, the rules, whatever you need to know about the tournament is on that page. I'd refer you to that page, because we can't cover all this on this episode. We did a whole episode last week about it. So go to that episode, go to our webpage, but you can enter your brackets on that webpage as well. That address is realbushwhackers.com/parkmadness. You can go on there, you can fill out your own bracket, submit it, and later you can go back and check your scores, see where you rank compared to everyone else and how you're doing. And hopefully your bracket stays alive for a while. But there's going to be some crushed dreams.
Oh, this year there's going to be, yeah.
There will be, because we had a little change. Last year, if you played, it was just a straight popular vote. We held polls on our Instagram stories at Real Bushwhackers. All the matchups, whatever it was, we just said, hey, who wins? And whatever park got the most votes in that matchup went on to the next round. Mm-hmm. This year's different, and it's important to know when you're filling out your bracket. This year, we're going to have the vote just like last year, but that vote total now becomes the odds of essentially a coin flip for who's going to win that matchup. So I will explain. Let's say I think Zion's playing Gateway Arch. If Zion gets 97% of the vote, which it probably should get 100%.
100%, yeah.
But that's an argument for another episode.
The previous episode.
Previous episode, too. If Zion gets 97% of the vote, Gateway Arch gets 3%, because that's how that would work, that now becomes a 97% chance that Zion will win that matchup, and Gateway Arch would have 3%. We're going to use a little random number generator to kind of, decide that. But once we do, we're going to put that on our stories as well with the reveal, and some brackets will be great, some will not. And I hope this year that my bracket's not busted day one like it did last year.
Yeah, what happened last year to you?
Well, see, the problem was last year, we just did a randomized seating with all the parts. And so that resulted in one of the regions of the bracket being loaded with big dogs by the name of Yellowstone, Mount Rainier, Glacier, Tetons. I think Yosemite was also there.
Yeah.
Rocky Mountain. I mean, it was insane.
Yeah.
And so this year we took a different approach. We kind of used last year's results to determine the order with a little bit of, work on my end to fix some of it, because, I think it was Gateway Arch actually. That was going to be like a 6 seed. I'm like, no, we're not doing that. So things like that. I moved Tetons up because it performed poorly last year because of first round matchup. And so hopefully this year it's a much better bracket. And we looked at it last episode and it is a really good bracket.
It is great. Yeah.
So some of those issues should be resolved now with this whole changing of the determining factor on who wins. You never know because, and this is why we do it. Even if Zion gets 97% of the vote and Gateway Arch has 3%, there is now a 3% chance that Gateway Arch might win that. And I know that's crazy because it would never happen.
This is barely a national park to begin with.
It shouldn't be. If you want to know why, you can check last episode. But there is now a chance in Park Madness for true upsets and underdogs winning and a Cinderella story. And that is the most exciting thing about 2024.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for that.
We're going to have some drama.
There will be. And there's going to be some fighting.
Yep.
And I can't wait. But if you want to play, it's important you make sure you get your bracket in because you have like a half a week basically because on March 1st, the games start. So February 29th at midnight, the bracket entry system closes. You cannot enter any more brackets after that point. So go to our website, in the next couple of days here. If you haven't entered yours already, fill out your bracket, get it in so you can play. It's a lot of fun. You're not going to regret playing. It's free to play. So there's no reason not to, and well, it'll be fun. We got some content related that we'll do with it as well. So, but be sure to follow us on Instagram at Real Bushwhackers. That's where everything will be hosted. Do all your voting, see the results and everything. But you can also follow us because we'll be sharing all that stuff as well. Making sure people know about what's going on. But we'd love for you guys to play. Be a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah. It's going to be great. It's going to be a great month. So I'm excited about it. I know you're especially excited about it. BDOTES might be excited about it. I don't know.
Who knows what BDOTES is excited about?
Yeah. What really matters is Brooks excited about it?
You mean Hyperion?
Hyperion, yes. Is Hyperion doting excited about it?
He is, yeah.
That's good.
We'll probably try and make him a bracket too. So
Oh, I
you
like
want to
that
lose
idea.
to little man.
Yeah. You want to lose to a
fill out a
1-year-old?
bracket.
Now, see, now I need a good bracket because I can't lose to a baby.
Yeah.
No. But he's a baby with some energy. So
He is, and he knows his stuff.
Yeah.
He really
Yeah.
does.
Yeah.
So
he told us what a cow said.
he did.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
And then he clapped.
And then he clapped. Yes.
He's a stud.
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a stud. But that'd be fun. It'd be fun if you get a little video of that too. We can kind of put a little reel together.
Yeah.
I'd like that.
Yep.
That'd be awesome. But yeah, if there's any other questions you guys have about Park Madness, again, please go to our website because all the information you should need will be on there, including where you can enter your brackets. But you can also message Bushwhackers on Instagram or any of us. We'd be happy to answer any questions you guys might have about the whole games because we want to make sure everyone understands it.
Yeah. Yep.
So, all right. With that, we're going to move into the main part of this episode, which is going to be a lot of fun because we are doing a fantasy draft of the national parks. If you watched, I don't know how many episodes back now, we did a fantasy draft of all of our Friday featured photographers that we've done. We do a little monthly feature here, Utah photographers. And for 2 years, we racked up a total of 24 of those people. And we decided, hey, we are going to do a little fantasy draft. And that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And we're going to do that same kind of game now, today, with national parks. So today we are going to each draft 5 national parks. And we have a little map in front of us. We have some visual aids for ourselves to help out. On the map, we've kind of split it into 5 regions that we're going to call it. We have the non-contiguous region, which includes Alaska and Hawaii parks. We have the West Coast region, which has basically just Washington, Oregon, California. We have the mountain region, which for all intents and purposes is kind of just like the mountain time zone, if you will. We've included the Texas parks in there too. We have the Midwest region, which comes from the Dakotas all the way over to Ohio and includes all the way down into Arkansas and Hot Springs. And then we have the East Coast region, which we kind of just drew the line with the Appalachian Mountains, and then anything east and south of those we included in there. So we have 5 regions that we're going to choose from, and we are all going to take one park from each region. That's how it's going to work. There's no order that you have to take parks in. You can take whatever you want. That's the whole fun of this. There's some strategy involved. And we're going to put our list, our team of parks on social media so you guys can vote at home who did the best job. And if you guys are watching on YouTube right now, you can leave a comment and let us know who did the best. I'll tell you right now, I'm probably going to win.
I don't know about that. Don't know about that.
I always win. So.
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah, so we're going to do a little fantasy draft here at the National Park. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can go whatever route you want, just like we did with the monthly features. It's completely up to you.
All right.
Okay, and we're going to do a snake draft again.
Yep.
Just like last time. Now, BDOTES, you have a little randomizer for us to determine the draft order. Is that right?
I do. And I'm going to hit the button and it's going to cycle through and I'll hold it up.
I can't read it. You're going to have to tell us what it is.
It is BDOTES.
BDOTES Luke Chandler.
Wait, BDOTES gets first pick again?
BDOTES gets first pick.
Okay,
Again.
BDOTES has to be cheating this because he got first pick last time.
I mean, I saw it. There
It
was no
was
cheating.
cycling through.
Yeah, it was cycling.
25 times to be exact.
Okay, well, came with proof, I guess. So, okay, so BDOTES is going to start us off with the first pick, and then it was me, right?
Then you.
So BDOTES, me, Chandler, and then because it's a snake draft, Chandler's is for you. It goes back Chandler, me, BDOTES. We're going to snake back and forth.
So just to
Just like
confirm, we're not doing specific regions first. We're just,
You have free reign to choose whatever region you want.
wow.
So if you go West Coast, I might go East Coast. You know,
Yeah.
just
Okay.
depends on whatever you want to do and what parks you want to get. But the thing is, you cannot take 2 parks from the same region. We're limiting it to 5 parks. You only get 1 in each region.
Yeah.
Okay, does that make sense? Any questions?
No
Nope.
questions for me.
All right. Again, if you are listening or watching at home, please leave a comment. If you like our picks, if you have things if you have opinions on what we should have done, or if you think you know who the winner is. Again, probably me, but feel free to leave a comment.
Please do.
Okay, BDOTES, I will throw it to you to make the first overall pick, which I'm still salted by you getting again.
Sorry.
But it's up to you, big guy.
Let's get it out of the way. I'll pick the Grand Tetons.
Ah, man. And that takes Glacier. Oh, wait. You can't take Glacier. I guess we can't still.
Yeah,
but
right. Yep.
I forgot. But Tetons, man, that is. I mean, it's deserving. First pick.
It is.
I mean,
I kind of expected that to be one of the first ones to go.
One of the first big
So,
ones, yeah. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. It's a
No.
beautiful place. It's my second favorite park I've ever been to.
I think it's my favorite one I've been to. Yeah.
I mean, it's just it's a wonderful place.
Feels different there. I don't know how
Highly
to explain
recommend
Mhm.
going.
Yep.
I mean, just great hikes. Obviously, it's just beautiful scenery.
Yeah.
The range, the Teton Range, is stunning. Best sunrises, I think, maybe. Anywhere.
That's it. Yeah, probably.
I mean, it could be a bold statement, but
Yeah.
man, those sunrises there.
that is a fact.
Yeah, I mean, I'm bummed. I gotta say. I mean, that's high on my list.
Guess you're not going to win after all.
Well, I have tricks up my sleeve,
All right, let's see your tricks.
but
Trick man.
it is gonna be hard to follow. Tetons at number 1. Just sort of, you know. But I think I'm gonna go with a different strategy. You went for the big gun right away, and I'm gonna go with the region I think is the worst region.
Oh, you're going Gateway Arch first. Okay, I see.
How did you know? No, but I am going to go in the Midwest region. And that is because I think, I look at the mountain region, I look at the West Coast, I'm like, you know what, there's a lot of good parks there. And realistically, I don't need to go there first because I'm going to get one I like, one that the people like at home who are going to vote for my team. And so I'm going to go to the Midwest region and take what I think is the best park in that region and the one that people will probably most like at home too, and that is Badlands.
You're going to do that one.
So Badlands is my first round pick.
It's a good
second overall. Again, it's not the Tetons. It's just not. Power rankings, you wouldn't put it up there. It's probably not even top 10. But
But it's solid.
for its region, it dominates. And
Yeah.
that's the important thing. If these are conferences, I got the best team in that conference.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about that. I'll get wins in other spots, but I got the best team there.
It's a good pick.
That is a great pick.
So, and it's a great park. I know neither of you have been.
Never been. Yep.
Almost went, but didn't make it.
But it's worth a trip. I mean, I was lucky. We did a little family trip out to that southwestern corner of South Dakota when, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago or something, and it was a lot of fun. And we did that. We did the Black Hills. It's a really cool area. If you have time that you can get out and spend there, it's a good stop. Worth the trip for sure, and
Nice.
worthy of the second overall pick, I think.
I say it's worthy. Yeah.
So that is my pick. We now go to Chandler for 2 picks in a
Two
row because it's a
picks.
snake draft. So what are you going to do at the end of the first
Oh,
round here,
well,
Chandler?
Well, I have so much power in my hands right now.
Don't let it go to your head.
It's going to my head.
Too late.
Yep.
And just remember, you can't pick Gateway Arch and Indiana Dunes.
Yeah, that's what I was. See, that's what I was wanting to pick, but
Or American Samoa.
yeah, or American Samoa.
I knew you had your eyes on that one.
I did, yes. Okay, so the first pick, just because I feel like I need to snag it right away. Actually, my first picks, I feel like I just need to snag them. But my first one, I'm going to take a similar approach that you're taking, and I'm going to pick Voyagers.
Ooh. So
So-
here's a question for you.
Hit
Now,
me.
by the logic that I had started here, I think that's a good pick. But did you make that pick and like choose to go there after I gave my explanation?
Yes. Yes, I did. Yep.
Yes.
I hadn't really thought about which one I was going to, I was kind of leaning towards Badlands, and then you know,
I was going
gave
to
your-
answer my follow-up was going to be, did you want Badlands over that one?
I think, I don't know, because I was kind of torn, because I really like Voyagers.
Well, okay, but can we please say why you really like Voyagers?
Well, because they have the Northern Lights, and I didn't know, and then you told me, and now I like it. So that's why.
Just
Yeah. And I wouldn't
convincing
close.
him all the time.
I wouldn't close the park. So
You've learned,
I've learned. Yeah, I've grown up.
young
I've,
Padawan.
I've matured. I think I'm ready to be knighted.
Well, that's a good pick. Now, I will say, because you have, back-to-back here, you probably could have waited the second round just because it's really more worthy of a second round pick, not a first round, but that's besides the point.
Yeah, but by your logic, there's not a lot of great picks in the Midwest, so I wanted to get a good pick out of there.
Yes,
So-
no, I completely agree with that. Because
Yeah.
now we've left BDOTES with not a lot.
Yeah. Sorry.
Confident with my
Sorry, buddy.
Midwest selection.
Oh,
Are
okay.
you?
We'll see what he does.
I don't know.
But
There's a
see,
couple decent
But
options.
now the interesting thing is he can wait until the very last round
That's true.
because we have both taken Midwest parks right away.
That is true. So this leaves me to my second.
Second pick,
turn.
which is the first pick of the second round.
Yes. And I think this one's going to be obvious. I'm going to go with Glacier. Take it right off the map. So
I mean, I figured. Oh, that's yours. I figured after I mentioned it there, you're probably going to go for it.
Yep.
Because I mean, I was probably going to take it next, just because.
yeah, that's a great park.
It's
Your favorite.
It's my favorite
I think it's my favorite now too.
because I convinced you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Wait,
why.
See, there's a
Yeah.
pattern here.
Yeah.
So
You
But-
convinced me to go. Well, there's a
Yeah.
lot of people that convinced me to go.
yeah, I
but
mean, it doesn't take much to go see that place.
no, yeah.
but it's far away. It's hard to get to,
It is, yeah.
but it's a beautiful place. It really is.
Yeah.
And just like basically every park on this list, it's worth seeing.
hmm
I mean, just tons and tons of beautiful places you can go see.
Yep, exactly.
Well, I'm bummed. Took my favorite. I mean, you guys both take my top 2 favorite places
Well, that's what happens when you
in the world. But I'm playing the long game. You guys may have won the battle, but I will win the bigger battle.
All right, we'll see about that.
I believe that's called The War.
Yeah. Well, I was going for the Office reference, so.
See, I didn't watch. I've never. I haven't
See, I
watched The
thought you'd
Office.
get that one, B-Dotes.
I'm not a fan of The Office.
And I'm just
Oh.
now watching. I'm only halfway through season 2.
For those at home, we were talking about earlier, so I thought
Yeah.
I'd go for that, but apparently went right over everyone's heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's a war, guys. Come on.
It's like duck ice. I do
Okay.
that.
All right. Well, I now have another pick here, and so you guys have left me that mountain region all myself now.
I know. That's one thing that's tricky about that region is it's like there's a lot of great picks, and so we
There
could
are.
take Glacier, and we could
And
take Tetons.
I can be patient.
Yeah, there's
I don't
still
have to
a lot of
reach.
other ones.
I'm not worried about trying to overextend myself in this
Mhm.
draft. So I like that for myself. That's good.
No, don't. You can overextend yourself. It's fine.
No, I'm not going to. So I have 2 I'm going back and forth here on, and it's really hard to choose. But I think I'm going to go with Acadia. That's my
Oh,
second round pick.
that's a good one.
Um,
That might have been mine.
I think a lot of people like that one as well.
It's
Um,
not.
I think it has a little bit of like a not like a mystery to it, but it's far. It's up in Maine, so it's a little far away, and
Mm-hmm.
people see photos like, oh, that's a really cool place, and
I feel like it'd be comforting
yeah,
in a way.
it
I
is.
don't know.
I've been
Yeah.
up there. It's a really cool place. I love to go back because we really didn't get to do a ton there, and I'd like to go back now that I'm really into hiking and all this stuff. So,
Yeah.
if I can ever find myself back up in Maine,
They have cool lighthouses.
they do. There's a lot out there. But yeah, I think filling out that my slot there in the eastern region, I think Acadia is just a great choice. And now I've paired probably the two weakest regions with Badlands and Acadia, and I'm very happy about that.
I think that's a good way to go.
I like my approach so far.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's where I stand. So just to recap here real quick, I have Badlands and Acadia. Chandler, you have Glacier and
And
Voyagers.
Voyagers, yep.
BDOTES, you have the Grand Tetons, and you are now going to make your second pick.
Yeah, this one's kind of tough because I'm trying to consider your method.
Well, it's too late because it's the second round,
Yeah,
and it's the end of the second round.
that's okay. Let's see.
Any day now, BDOTES.
I know.
He's just being slow for those at home. Don't want to give you guys too much radio silence while he's trying to ponder the best option.
You have any thoughts while he's taking his time?
I'm gonna go Great
Oh.
Smoky Mountains.
Okay.
Man.
I love the play, BDOTES.
Yeah.
Taking that from Chandler.
Yeah, that actually he did take that from me.
Just looking at the rest of the options over
Yep.
yonder is
Nope, and that's why I like it because I think Acadia and Smoky Mountains are 1 and 2 for sure. You whatever order, don't really care. But I think those are 1 and 2 easy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And after that, there's a drop off.
I guess I'm up again, aren't I?
And again with people and what they think of these places, the ones that they like, I think it's a huge drop off after that. So you are screwed,
Okay.
which I like. But that's a great pick, Beto. It's at the end of the second round. Again, we're picking by region, so you kind of get locked into certain areas. Again, me and Chandler are both taking parks that are in the Midwest region, so Beto didn't have to really go there. He can wait until the last round to do that. But he chose a little strategic play, getting Great Smoky Mountains before it get back to Chandler, and he could have an option because I've already taken a park from that region, so I'm out. But he took a good park there.
Yeah, he did.
He will not be disappointed. That's a good fan vote one.
That
It's a
is,
good
yeah.
fan vote.
That's a popular park.
Okay, so that means we are now starting the third round. BDOTES, it is back to you for the first pick in the third round.
Maybe speed it up for this round.
Denali.
Oh,
Well, that was
That's-
fast.
that was really
We
fast,
asked
yeah.
for speed and we got it.
Yes, we did.
Good and hard. I mean, again, I think that is king of parks up there.
yeah.
I mean,
It's huge. Like
it is large.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a massive place. So it just makes sense.
Yep.
I don't think there's any reason to not go elsewhere if every park is open. If you have a choice between all those, Denali's the one.
Yeah. I don't know why you would.
See all the photos from there. It's like, yeah, this is it.
I am bummed though because the one time I did go, there were wildfires and we didn't even see Denali.
Oh,
So-
really?
That's a bummer.
So it was like an 8-hour bus ride. Just
To see some smoke.
Yeah.
Well, that could be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people are into that.
It's true. Yep.
saw a
I'm
lot
not
of
one of
animals, but yeah.
Well, that's cool though. I mean,
Yep.
reason to go back.
Yep.
So that's kind of fun. A lot of people have trouble getting up there. So if you got a good reason to go,
Take it.
Yeah.
maybe you can make that happen.
Yeah.
But that's a good pick. Like I said, I mean, I think you look at that region, especially if you just focus on Alaska, that is the park.
Yep, it is.
Because I think the tricky part of Alaska, just to get into a little of analysis here, is you have parks like Gates of the Arctic and Kobuk, and I'm sure those are stunning.
Mm-hmm.
Those are just extremely hard to get to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And not many people know about it. So it's like, do you want to risk the pick on those parks? It's tricky.
Yeah.
It's really tricky, So I don't know. That's a good call though. It's a really good call. I think I'm gonna go to a region that has not been touched yet. I'm going to go into the western region.
Don't do what I think you're going to do.
Ooh, this is interesting. I wonder what you think I'm going to do.
I have a feeling I know what you're going to do, and I don't want you to do it.
This is a hard choice, though.
It really, like, this region really is really hard. It's kind of like the mountain
It's the
region.
same thing with the mountains. There's no right answer
Yeah.
because it's just a lot of great parks. And it's just really like personal taste,
Yeah.
you know? It's tricky, but, a lot of people might think that I'd go to the one park that I was just at, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to go Death Valley.
Doesn't even surprise me, but
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that's what you would think I was going to go to.
no.
Wow,
it's not.
interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to give in to recency bias. I'm going to go Yosemite.
That's what I thought you were going to do. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's just, to some degree, that is like king of all parks.
Yep.
I mean, that is like the one.
Yep.
And I was torn. There's another one that I was considering in this region, along with Death Valley. We'll say that was right there. But it's hard to pass on Yosemite if that's free to me and here in the third round. If no one's been in that region. I think I just kind of like Denali.
Yep.
I think I have to take it.
It's a kind of a no-brainer.
Yeah, I think you made a good move going to the East Coast to get that park because it's of scarcity, but getting Denali was a great pick because that is king of parks in that region, and Yosemite is much that same way. So, I'm happy to add that to my roster.
You should be.
Okay,
I'm not bitter.
well, you have 2 picks now, Chandler. So
Yep.
it is up to you to finish off the third round for us.
Yeah, so I was going to pick Yosemite. But
Now you can't.
somebody squashed my dreams.
Someone better,
Yeah.
stronger,
Oh, well, I don't
faster.
know about that. Stronger, faster, better.
Stronger.
How does the song
you ruined
go?
it.
How does it go? I can't remember.
Is it harder, better, faster,
Harder,
stronger?
Better, stronger, faster.
I don't know.
It's not that.
It's not that.
Yeah, Chandler is not getting it right for sure.
Let's see. What do I want to do?
Do
Let's see. I don't really need to worry about the East Coast because there's nothing left, and you guys already picked that. So, let's see.
Decisions.
Decisions.
That's the point. This is the fun of the game.
I know.
There's some strategy involved.
Yeah.
There is.
Channel Islands is still open.
Ooh,
Oh, I
Chandler.
love Channel
there
Islands.
you go.
Yeah.
American Samoa.
Chandler Islands.
I know. All right.
Pick Virgin Islands.
I'm gonna go
Dry Tortugas.
with. How about you stop talking? I think I'm gonna do North Cascades.
Oh, there it is. I like that.
So
I like that.
yeah, we're doing North Cascades, which ends the third round. It's a great park. I've never been, but it seems
looks
like
amazing.
incredible.
It
Yeah.
if people have been up there, it looks amazing. I really want to go, but it's far away. And again, it's just one of those things for us in Utah. It's hard to get to because you kind of need more time.
Yeah.
And it's hard to take a week,
Yeah.
But it does look like a beautiful place.
Yeah, would love to get up there and spend some time there at some point.
So I think that's a great pick. I'll be honest, I don't know if that would have been in my top 3 though for that region, but
That's
it's
what's
not a bad
tricky.
park. It's not a
Yeah,
bad
that's
park.
what's tricky is that region is so packed with great options.
Yeah, and you chose like the 5th best one, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, before we move into the 4th round, just quick recap of what the teams are looking like right now. BDOTES, he had the first pick tonight. He
Mhm.
went with Grand Tetons right out of the gate. Solid pick. And then after that, he went over to the Great Smoky Mountains in the end of the second round. Followed up with Denali. So his team is Tetons, Smoky Mountains, and Denali. I think it's a great team. I had the second pick in this draft. I started out at Badlands, a little scarcity play in the Midwest region. I followed that up with Acadia, again going for a scarcity play in the East region. And then in the third round, somehow it fell to me, Yosemite. Love that for myself. So my team is now Badlands, Acadia, and Yosemite. I think also a great team. And now we get to Chandler's terrible team, since he had the third pick. And his first one, he took my logic. He's not going to blaze his own trail. He's going to follow me. And he
Not about that.
went for a scarcity play with Voyagers up in the Midwest region. Looks like a great park, though. I will give that to you. Has Northern Lights, as long as we remember that. After that, I'm trying to think, remember where you went to. Wow. Oh, you went to Glacier.
Glacier.
And
yeah.
I mean, I can't be mad at that one. As much as I want to make fun of your team, I can't make fun of that one.
Yeah.
So,
Nope.
good pick. And then in this third round, he went up with North Cascades, and that's where I think he's starting to go a little awry because I don't think that's a top 3 in that region.
Well, we'll see when the people vote.
Yeah, they'll agree with me on that
He
one.
does have a theme. He's picked all like northern
All on
national
the
parks.
border. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he
I
just
just
wants to be Canadian.
I just
probably.
really love Canada. Yeah.
Yeah. You really did pick all 3 on the border, huh?
Yeah. I didn't mean to do that. That wasn't my original intention, but
It's. I mean, your team's going to play well with Canadians.
yeah, I will. Yeah. I mean, to be
We
fair,
just
too,
only know like one of them, but
yeah. Well, to be fair, too, I had my eye on Acadia as well. So if you
so
hadn't
you
taken
really just won.
if you hadn't taken Acadia, I would have just gotten all the northern.
Well, I'm sure
Northern ones.
Patricia would love your team.
I bet she would. I bet Patricia would love my team no matter what I
The
picked.
one Canadian we know.
Yep.
Okay.
The best Canadian.
All right, we have 2 rounds left here. We are in the 4th round because it's a snake draft. Chandler has the first pick in the 4th round. Chandler, how are you going to start us off here?
I'm going with Katmai.
Oh,
Nice.
that was going to be my sneaky play.
Yeah, because they have bears and volcanoes.
And 14 volcanoes.
14 active volcanoes.
Dang it.
Yep.
14 volcanoes and at least 14 bears.
At least 14
At least
bears.
14.
Maybe 15.
In like 10 yards of each other.
yeah.
Man, I'm bummed with that one.
Yeah.
Because after last episode, I was like, oh, I'm for sure taking Katmai now.
Yeah. All you did was make me go like, oh, I need this park even more.
So you really are just listening to everything I say.
Yeah,
and
stop
taking those
telling me
parks.
your secrets. This is your fault if you
I
think
mean,
about it.
this makes me wonder how it can influence you in real life now.
Don't.
I'm just kidding. I
I'm
wouldn't do that.
uninfluenced.
I'm not manipulative like that.
I almost went Katmai instead of Denali, but I was like, I can't if Denali's still.
No, and
No,
that's the same way
Denali
with
is-
Yosemite. Like I wanted to go elsewhere, but I
Those are
can't.
just the obvious picks for that. I mean, that's kind of
Right.
like Glacier in the mountain region. You know, it's
I
one of
would
the
say I would
obvious-
agree with that.
Yeah.
I would agree. Although Tetons, I think, is very
It's
close.
close,
second.
very close. Yeah.
But yeah, I think after Denali goes in Alaska, Katmai is now that we know that there's 14 active volcanoes there, is an obvious second choice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well that is interesting for me now because now I'm left with 2 regions that you guys can't pick from. So
Yep.
I really have pick of the litter. So I think I'm going to stay in Alaska for this pick since it doesn't really matter for me which region I go in. And well, not necessarily Alaska, the non-contiguous region, I should say. And I'm going to choose from the great island of Hawaii, Haleakala.
I figured you might
knew
pick
you
that
would.
one. Yep.
And that is purely just a play that I love the park.
That's a personal play.
It
Yeah.
is. I have it. I thought I had it top 5 all time, but it's actually now 6, and so it's not
Ah.
in my top 5 anymore.
Did
But
Death Valley push that one out?
it did.
Gotcha.
But Haleakala is my pick in the 4th round. Phenomenal park. It really is underrated. I think getting up there at sunrise is an incredible thing to go see because you're way up high on top of the volcano, and you just see the ocean on all sides, and it's really really cool. But you can hike down into the crater. It kind of looks like Utah in a way, which is pretty neat.
Yeah.
But there's also a rainforest section in the park too. So it goes from like Utah desert looking stuff to rainforest. And really cool waterfall up there, super tall. I think it's kind of as tall as some of these trees we were talking about last episode. But great park. If you have a chance to get out to Hawaii and on Maui and see that park, I highly recommend it. So
Nice. Waterfall as tall as General Sherman.
yeah, I think the tree actually might be taller, but I want to say the waterfall was 200 feet.
Yeah.
But
I'm just going to measure
which is
everything.
wild to
in
think now.
General Sherman's now.
yeah, I'm probably like 0.01 General Sherman's tall.
0.01 yeah, that makes sense.
A
Yeah.
40th of a General Sherman.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this. I like this new metric we're using.
I like this. Yeah.
We can get rid of the whole,
Imperial
imperial
method.
and metric
metric
system.
system,
We
yeah.
just need General Sherman system.
Yep.
Okay. BDOTES, on to you to finish up the 4th round and then back to back start the 5th and final round. What you got for us?
I think I'm going to go Redwoods.
Ooh.
So this is interesting. Okay.
That's not what I expected you to do.
Yeah, because again, I think I destroyed you guys in this West region because I would not have picked either of yours above my next 2.
I'm curious because I know your next one is Death Valley. What's your other one?
Olympic.
Oh
and
yeah,
Rainier. I
Yeah.
mean,
that's so. I was struggling with those two.
I totally forgot
Um,
about Rainier, but
you're locked
Yeah.
in. You already said it.
no,
Yeah.
I'm good with it.
Sucks to suck.
I mean, and even Sequoia's in there
Yeah.
too. I mean,
I
honestly,
was on the fence of Death Valley too, but
like Lassen is a really cool looking park as well. I got to
Yeah.
drive through there. Didn't get to spend time hiking with, but it looks really. I mean, not that like in North Cascades is not a good park because I really want to go there.
yeah,
That's high on my list. But like Redwoods, dude, I think you blew it.
I don't think so.
I think. I
I'm
mean, you
content.
kind of admitted
mean-
that you forgot that.
I mean,
you know,
yeah, you stick to your guns, but yeah,
Yeah.
But
I don't
I've
know.
also heard Mount Rainier. It's like Mount Rainier, but that's it.
it is kind of like that because it's just a massive volcano that's right there,
Mm.
and then you like everything you do is kind of like looking at it.
that's why I like North
Um,
Cascades is because it's a lot of.
But
mountains.
Rainier's got a lot of that people play.
it
That's
does.
Yeah.
this is the thing I think I crush you guys in the people play on this one. Although Redwoods has a little bit of that, I think.
Well, actually, this is part of why I picked North Cascades because a lot of people really like North Cascades. We did something recently. I can't remember quite what it was, but a lot of people. It was one of our. We were talking about
The geography thing. that we
yeah,
did.
the geography
the
thing.
States.
Yeah, in the States and stuff. And
I
there was
think Brad said it.
Brad made a point about North Cascades, and I know there's a lot of people who love North Cascades.
But the thing,
so,
Brad is like he knows his stuff though.
Yeah.
So I agree, he's right.
Mhm.
But I think general public.
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah,
I mean, you look at those three parks: North Cascades, Redwoods, and Yosemite. There's one clear winner there.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not even close.
even I mean, even to be fair, Redwoods has more
It does.
name recognition than North Cascades.
it does. That's why I think like people play. He's still got you. I
Yeah.
think.
He
but,
might. Yeah,
But man, I mean, Olympic, Rainier, and Death Valley.
yeah.
I mean, come on, guys. What are you doing?
Hey man.
What are you doing with your teams?
Hey, I'm
Are you
confident.
trying to win?
I'm confident in my team.
Yeah,
So-
I'm going with what I want.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever, guys.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, that ended the fourth round. So we are now in the last and final round.
Mhm.
BDOTES gets to finish off the fifth round.
With
What do you got for us,
Gateway
BDOTES?
Arch.
Oh, is this a Midwest pick here?
It sure is.
I cannot
I
wait.
hope
Oh,
it's Gateway
man.
Arch.
So, when people want to avoid the crowds in my other four, we'll just send them to Isle Royale.
Oh,
That's a good
okay.
pick. Good pick.
Is that also a recency bias from our last episode?
Kind of, because there's a lot of good backpacking in Isle Royale, like 30,
Is there?
40-mile loops,
Really?
and you're in amongst swamps and moose and everything.
And wolves.
That'd be kinda
And wolves,
Caribou.
yeah, that kill the moose.
Yep. So I'm going Isle Royale. for
I
my
like
last
it.
pick.
I mean,
That's a good pick.
I do like it. I mean, looking at what's left there, there's not much. I mean, you have honestly three of the worst national parks. Four of the worst national parks in this region with Indiana Dunes, Gateway Arch, Hot Springs, and Wind Cave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So realistically, your only options were Teddy Roosevelt, Isle Royale, and Cuyahoga. And I don't know, to me, they're all kind of same tier.
Yep.
But I like your play. What you picked it for. Activities, backpacking, all that stuff,
Yep.
wildlife, and cool story. If you didn't hear the story, tune into last episode and you can hear a fun fact about that park.
Yeah.
It is a very fun fact.
It was a
Not
very,
for the deer and caribou. but
No, no,
for
no, no, no.
no,
everything
that was a
else,
very
yeah.
sad fact.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fun fact for us as people.
But yeah, okay, I like that play. Good start to the fifth round. I'm going to move into
Where are you? Oh,
The
you're
mountain
in the
region
mountain
here.
region.
and a lot of options, a lot of great options.
I'm curious to see what you're going to pick here.
There's one I can just eliminate right away. I think you guys all know what that is. If you listen at home, know my opinions. We can just eliminate
Yeah. Zion.
Arches.
arches
Zion, yeah.
right off the bat.
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Like arches, I don't even know why I included it in this game. It doesn't belong here. Just a terrible park.
But belongs here more than Gateway Arch does.
I will give you that.
Yeah.
It's a natural arch, not a man-made one.
Yes.
What if Mesa Arch becomes a national park?
Mesa Arch National Park?
No.
I think we should
I
write a
can't-
letter
I
to
can't do it.
the Park Service about that.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Mm.
We'll
Can't
sign
do
up Bushwhackers, so it's like he is a part of it, and he can't. Like,
Yep. It'd be a national park within a national park.
I don't think that's ever been done before.
I hate you guys. Okay. So now that we've eliminated arches from my brain completely, we are going to.
You even scribbled it out.
I did, and no one picked it. I just wanted to exit out because it just terrible place. And there's really two parks here, I think. Well, there's a third one as well. none of these parks down south in Texas, New Mexico, for me, stand up to the call. Um, Yellowstone's a play, but I don't think I can go there. I think for me, realistically, it is between Grand Canyon and Zion.
Oh, Grand Canyon, interesting. I mean, Grand Canyon that is name recognition.
It is. I mean, that's like America,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? And it's a tough call. And
It's one of the only times you're allowed to cry is when you see the Grand Canyon.
but I don't think we could go this episode drafting national parks and not have one of us take a Utah park. So I'm going to go with Zion.
I would agree with that. Proud of you.
It's a little bit of a homer play, but I think it's only right that at least one of us takes a Utah park. And I'm happy to be that person,
I'm happy
make
you
that
are,
sacrifice for you guys.
That's what, if somebody had taken Glacier, Zion was my next pick.
Yeah, I mean, Zion's a great, it also very big people play.
Yeah.
I mean, people come in from all over to go see Zion.
Yeah.
I remember living in Indiana, I knew a lot of people. They're like, "Oh, I'm going out to Utah to see Zion." I'm
Yeah.
like, "Oh, that's cool." I didn't really know much about it at the time, but
Mhm.
like that was the one.
Yeah.
Of all the parks.
Yeah. Zion's one of those places. Bryce Canyon is a lot like this as well, where you,
Yeah.
like you go to these national parks and you feel like you're almost in a foreign country because there's not a lot of like English speaking people there at the same time at times. I mean, like I went to Bryce Canyon this last year, and I don't think I heard somebody like another person speak English for like the entire time I was there.
It's a weird thing for
It's-
sure.
Yeah, it's so popular worldwide. So
But yeah, I think it's just a good play there. So, yeah. Okay, Chandler, what do you got next for us?
okay, so I have one park that I am going to pick from the East Coast. I
Oh,
said that very strange, but
yeah, you did.
I have one park that I shall pick right
This
now.
is a huge last pick here.
Yeah, it is, and I think the obvious answer is to just do Everglades.
Yeah,
I think it's the best of the remaining.
Yep.
So
I don't think it's a bad park necessarily, but
Yeah.
it's just doesn't hold up to Katy or Smokies.
I
and
agree with that.
Just the way it is.
I mean,
But-
it also has a fun fact about two reptiles.
It
so
does.
It does have a
and
fun
if you
fact.
want to hear that, go check out last episode.
Yes.
We don't have time for you today.
no,
Got to tune into every episode. We need regular listeners.
Yes.
But I think it's a fair play.
Yeah.
To
I think
end the
it's-
draft.
I think it's the obvious one.
Yeah, what's left? Because there's nothing that else that really stands out like that. I mean, Congaree,
Congress.
phenomenal
I
place.
know you had
It was not terrible, but it's not.
Yeah.
Some of these other parks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a great little draft there, I think. Just to recap here. BDOTES, he had first pick in this draft, and his team after this ended up with the Tetons. He's got Isle Royale. He's got the Smoky Mountains. He's got Denali. And he's got the Redwoods. Solid team. I still stand strong in my opinion about the West Coast region, but that's just me.
I think it's a fair opinion.
But solid team. I really like it. I, with the second pick, ended up getting Badlands, Acadia, Haleakala, Yosemite, and Zion, which I'm pretty stoked about. I think that's a power team right there.
That is a power team.
I think it's really good. Great parks, but also good people play. And then Chandler, with the third pick, you ended up with Voyagers, Glacier, the Everglades, Katmai, and North Cascades.
Mm-hmm.
you kind of have a mix of everything.
Yeah, a little
Yeah,
bit. Yeah.
and easily the weakest team. I mean, come on.
Oh, I don't know about that.
But yeah, I think three solid teams again. There's a lot of great parks out there.
Yeah.
And that's the way this is going to work. We can all take our teams, and there's still parks left that are like, these would be awesome parks to have on our team.
Yeah.
If we had to take bench slots, I have some runner-ups.
Well, same.
But
Looking at you, Gateway Arch.
oh yeah, Hot Springs. But yeah, great parks out there. Again, we're trying to help promote national parks during our Park Madness event these next 6 weeks. If you have a chance to go see these parks wherever you live, highly recommend. It's always a fun experience unless you live by Gateway Arch or Arches. But
Which, if you live by Arches, just go to Canyonlands.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But great place to go see. You won't be disappointed. Some of the most beautiful scenery you'll ever find.
Yeah.
We have amazing stories, and we'll tell some of those stories throughout this whole Park Madness event. So if you keep tuning into these episodes, you'll get to hear a lot of awesome things about the national park. It'll be a lot of fun. So, All right, we're going to put these teams on social media. So if you guys want to go on there and vote on who has the best team, please do so we can make sure Chandler knows he did, in fact, lose this.
I don't know about that.
But we're going to move into the final segment of this episode, which is where we add a new item to the back of our table here. We do so every episode, ever since we moved into this amazing Studio B that we have. We like to just kind of, put some memories up here. And if you have something at home you'd like to send us to put on the table, we'd gladly take it. Last week, we added this little cactus from our friend Jackson. And BDOTES, I understand we have an item from one of your friends.
Yeah. So my coworker Melanie, she just went on a 9-day bushwhack through the Amazon jungle.
Heck yeah.
That's awesome.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
So jealous.
Saw a anaconda take out a caiman.
I would be out of there in a heartbeat.
Yep. They took a picture with the caiman. Looks like they had a solid time. Their pictures and videos are really cool.
It sounds awesome.
But she brought back a piece of locust gum, which is what they use to start fires down there.
Locust gum?
Yes. So it's just like this little rock looking thing, but it has like a clear, shiny element to it. And you just carve off a piece, light it on fire, and
So like
Got-
flint almost,
yeah.
in a way. Like
Yeah.
you
Would you like to look at it?
Yes, please. Interesting. Locust gum?
Yeah. It's like the sap of a tree down there. When it,
So it's not really a rock,
right.
but this is flammable.
And it's not really gum.
No,
But if it's kind of sap, then it kind of is gum.
it used to be gum.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of cool.
That's really cool.
Check that out if you want.
Oh, it's really light. That was
Yeah,
so weird.
I thought it'd be heavier too, but wow, that's really cool. So
That
they
is
start
amazing.
fires with this.
Yep.
Like,
So every night when they had a fire, they would find a piece of that and
so it's just little
light it up.
fires. Now, is this like something you would shave off of, or is this like a full piece?
No, I think you have to shave it off to get fresh.
Gotcha.
Interesting.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Well, that's so we can make a couple fires for that if we ever needed to.
We could.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
Right here.
Good to know. A little emergency tool
Yeah.
table. Thank you, Melanie, for thinking about us in
Yeah,
that way. Just
Thank you.
make sure we're safe here in case we ever need to have a fire on the show.
Yeah.
But that's pretty cool. I
Yeah.
mean, a backpacking trip through the Amazon would be wild.
Yeah, I'd be insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be terrified, first off,
Yeah.
She was a little nervous when she
Yeah.
was telling me about it.
of
But
all the things that could kill you
right.
out there.
Yep.
But I'm definitely not a snake person, so that would be
Yeah.
hard.
She said at night they would walk around with their headlamps and they could see the spider's eyes reflecting.
Oh my
I
god!
don't like that.
They had to sleep in hammocks.
I like that.
Yeah.
That is nice.
Though I feel like
Yeah.
a snake could just come right in your hammock. And
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Didn't see any jaguars though.
Oh, that'd be cool though.
She
That
saw an
would be-
ocelot.
Ocelot.
So
What
they're
is-
like, I don't know, they're like a small dog size little predator.
What?
Interesting.
Ocelot. That's a cool name.
Yeah.
You should name your son that.
Yeah. Forget Hyperion.
Yeah. Hyperion, yeah.
Ocelot.
Ocelot.
Yeah.
I have to look up what an ocelot is.
Yeah.
I'd have to add Sir in front of it to make
Sir
it sound-
Ocelot.
I-
Yeah. Sir
about it.
Ocelot, Hyperion,
Think
Dotinga.
about it. I like that a lot.
Yep.
But Melanie, really appreciate it. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. Really
we,
cool.
we appreciate you thinking about the show and giving us an item from your awesome trip in the
Yeah,
Amazon.
we need to hear more stories from that.
I mean, we go to some cool places, but we don't go to the Amazon.
No.
I've never been in an area where jaguars are present.
She told me, she was like, her boyfriend loves telling stories. So I was like, we may have to have him on.
We might have to.
We're going to
Yeah.
figure something out.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
yeah, I mean, at least for the start, getting that locust gum,
Locust gum.
Locust gum.
that is pretty cool.
That really is cool. It's weird how light it is. Because
Yeah.
you feel like it's going to be like a rock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. Thank you again.
Yeah, Melanie, appreciate you. You rock. Okay, cool. Well, we're going to end the episode here. Again, we are in the middle of a Park Madness event. Please go to our website. Get your brackets submitted before March 1st. On midnight of February 29th, the entry window will close. So
Forever.
if you're too late, you can't get in. So you got to get on it now.
Yeah.
You got a couple more days. So get that in. Have some fun with us during Park Madness and tune in to all the voting and see if you can influence the bracket a little bit to sway your way.
We should have a chat board on the website somewhere because I feel like this could have a lot of discussion.
It's interesting.
May have to look into doing that.
I don't know what those requirements are to do that on a website like that, but
Me either.
shows our tech expertise.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, again, really want to emphasize get your brackets in so we can play and have fun during March with Park Madness. That's all I got for today. Okay. We'll
Love
see
it.
you guys later.
See ya.
Bye.